Welcome to your Scorpio horoscopes for the week of September 17th through September 23rd. The very end of this week, we move into Libra season, which means Scorpio season is next. So that's cause for celebration by itself. We're almost there. We do have some moon action this week, pretty early on in the week, too, as the moon moves into your sign on Monday. Ceres also moves into your sign about the same time, which is very interesting. We will get back to that in a minute, but let's focus on this moon stuff going on. First off, on Monday, the moon moves into opposition with Jupiter right off the bat. Now, Jupiter, pardon me. Jupiter is in retrograde. Jupiter is the planet of expansion and growth. And when it's retrograde, it really feels like it's just stunting our growth all across the board. And the moon's position as it comes into your sign, right on the cusp of those that support you and that trauma closet, I really feel that there's a trigger coming for sure, specifically around someone that is not helpful in terms of helping you to take on some of the things that you need to do. And this can, of course, cause an argument. It usually does when it just feels like this person is doing it deliberately. And it may not be the case. So you don't want to jump to conclusions too quickly until you know all the facts. The moon is in a trine with Saturn, though, as it comes into your sign on Monday. Saturn's focus is on the mind and how the mind works, which kind of sort of backs up what I just said there. And Saturn's retrograde. So it's mirroring that responsibility back to you. And it's reminding you that you are responsible for the reactions that you create in your head that come out of your mouth. I mean, that's just how that is, right? The moon's opposition with Jupiter becomes a T square as Uranus is also involved in this now with and as well as Venus. Venus is focused on long-term goals. Now, this is one of those very common issues where the things that happened to you in the past, the emotional things that you continue to hold on to in that closet make it very difficult to see how you can possibly be successful in your long-term goals. It's very interesting, actually. I just happened to see, I follow Johnny Depp. I love Johnny Depp. No matter what's happened, I still love Johnny Depp. And I follow him on Facebook, his official page, which he posts on his official page. And he made this post about how difficult it was to be in the situation where he felt like nobody loved him and his fans' love was not real love. It was contingent on what he did. I could see where that was coming from, but that it doesn't matter what you have or what you've done. It's still very easy to fall into this depressive pattern and feeling like there's nobody in the world to support you, even though you know you have an army there to support you. And the reason I bring this up is because the man is very successful. He has, regardless of what has happened in his personal life in the last few years, he has built his own empire. He has created characters that nobody could have created before. He's a musician on top of it. He goes and he donates so much time to children and all of these different things. And the man is depressed and the man feels alone and the man feels like nobody loves him. Every single person on the planet feels this way at some point or another. So the difference between Johnny and the rest of us is that he didn't allow those feelings to hold him back. He continued the course. He continued moving forward in whatever his goals were. And that's what this is all about for you guys this week. Yes, it's challenging. It's always challenging. But just because it's challenging doesn't mean that it's not important for you to do. Most people who are successful literally wade through a bunch of emotional BS to get there. And that's what you need to do. The moon's trine with Neptune is also really helpful for this, because the moon's trine with Neptune is showing you your support, is showing you the people that are closest to you that are there. So even though, specifically even in your own home in some ways, so it's just reminding you that these people are not just your responsibility, they're also your support group, but you have to ask in order to get it. So, and this may not just be people. This could be your furry people too. Just saying. As we move into out of Tuesday, that moon is no longer there to hang us up. So let's talk about Ceres here for just a minute. Ceres is a smaller dwarf planet, so it doesn't have a huge influence, not as big as, say, the major planets do, but its influence is still very much there and it's very real. Ceres is known as the Great Mother. There's a very maternal, nurturing instinct that comes with Ceres. And what is interesting is that she's coming in focused on your support system at this time. She will be focused on your inner trauma pretty soon, but we'll talk about that later. She's coming in focused on your support system currently at this time. And the term nurturing is actually very interesting and very important, because she's actually calling you to nurture your support system, to make sure that you're partaking in your support system, that you're being supportive of those that support you, but also taking the time to make sure and take a little inventory on your support system. Are these the support? Are these the people that you need, or have they run their course? Sometimes that does happen. You have your reason, a season, and a lifetime people. Not everybody that's in your support system is a lifer. Some of them could be, but not all of them. Sometimes we need to kind of rotate out, if that makes sense, to make sure that we have built up a system that really works for us, no matter what comes up. So that's what I have for you guys this week. If you love your horoscopes, do click the link in the description and send me a copy. I would love that. If you are listening rather than viewing, that's ko-fi.com/heavy metal psychic. Also check out heavymetalpsychic.com. Lots of fun stuff going on there. I'm Melissa Bruce, the Heavy Metal Psychic. Thank you so much for watching. And you guys, don't let your head get in the way of your success this week. That is your big lesson for the week. When you can do that, you can kick some serious butt, because that's what it's all about. So you guys have a great week with that. And I will see you guys next week.